Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Prophets and Messengers, Chapter 2, Introduction. Prophets and messengers were great people selected by Allah to show the other to straight path. They came from different places and spoke different languages, but they all conveyed the same messages of Islam. They all focused on the most important concept of Islam, Tawheed. Some of them were Anbiya, or prophets, and prophets, and others were Rasul, or messengers. Prophet Nabi, prophets, Nabiya, messenger, Rasul, messenger, Rusul. Many messengers who won a message. After the creation of Adam, just one original message has been repeatedly delivered to mankind throughout the history of humanity. All prophets taught their peoples about the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or Tawheed, and the proper way to worship Him. They also taught people how to be righteous and lead positive and happy lives. Allah's message has been the same message from the first prophet Adam to the last prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allah gave them all His guidance and charged them with the task of conveying that guidance to His people. Each prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam mission has to encourage people to believe in the one true God, obey Him, do good, and avoid evil. The Surah Al-Araf, Allah tells us that although He sent different prophets to different peoples in different times, they all had the same message. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is one, and He is the only one to worship. The difference between prophets and messengers. The terms prophets and messengers are sometimes used as if they always mean the same thing. This is not always the case. All prophets shared the one common message, Islam, and all prophets were required to implant Islam in their own lives and give guidance families too. However, some of the prophets were also messengers. Those messengers were ordered by Allah to deliver Allah's message to many other people. The Rasul means a person who is assigned to deliver Allah's message to the people of his tribe or in his area. The Rasul, and then is a prophet woman Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered to guide a large number of people to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and practice Islam. This was a very important role given to messengers, and in addition to the responsibilities of prophethood. Of the many prophets, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent only 25 are mentioned by name. In the Quran, all of them were messengers except Prophet Adam. He lived alone on earth with his small family. Therefore, he was not ordered to convey Allah's message outside of his family. All the other prophets mentioned in the Quran from Nuh to Muhammad were Rusul or messengers. It should be noted here that Prophet Nuh was the first of Allah's messengers, constructing prophets and messengers. Description: great people, human beings, men, given divine messengers, must deliver the message to people, many other people, perhaps given books. The role of a messenger. The main role of the messenger is to convey the message of Allah and His people. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Ma ala rasuli ilal balagu. The messenger's duty is but to convey the message. 381. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also says, O Apostle, proclaim the message which has been sent to you from your Lord, or if you did not, you will not have fulfilled your obligation. And taught his message. 567. As you learned earlier, messengers were given the responsibilities of teaching their people Islam. Each messengers were only responsibilities for conveying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's message to his people. They were not responsible for bringing the messages to people outside of their areas unless Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered them to do so. The situation of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was different. He was sent as a messenger to guide for his people. And for all of humankind, Allah says, وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا كَافَّةً لِلنَّاسِ بَشِيرًا وَنَذِيرًا وَلَكِنَّ أَكْثَرَ النَّاسِ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ. We have not sent you but as a universal messenger to mankind, giving them glad tidings and warning them against sin. But most people do not understand. 34:28. During his 23 years of a messenger, he taught the people of Arabia the message of Islam, and all of Arabia became a Muslim. Nations before he died, he sent his ambassadors with messages to the kings of Persia, the Roman Empire, Egypt, and other nations outside of Arabia, inviting them to Islam. Some of these nations, as well as others not mentioned, accepted Islam after the passing away of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Messengers are sent to, number 1, teach Allah's message of faith. Number 2, teach other peoples how to worship their Creator. Number 3, show people how to live moral and happy lives. The Prophet Mosque in Medina. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the final prophet and messenger. All prophets were chosen by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and their messengers were equally true. However, their missions varied. The messengers before Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam were only given teachings for their nations. During those times, except for trade or war, nations didn't interact with each other. Furthermore, the teachings of each prophet lasted a limited time, after which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will send another prophet to revise some of the teaching and for the new circumstances. But eventually, the time of to unite all nations with a single religion. Allah wanted humankind to live peace as one nation. For this purpose, Allah sent Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to all mankind. Allah entrusted him to deliver his teachings to the whole world, and for entirety this teaching of Islam in its complete form. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam mission was to confirm the basic teachings of Islam that the other prophets had taught. He also came with additional teaching and guidance for the good of mankind. Islam, as we know it now is a comprehensive and perfect way of life if people follow his guidance. They will live happily in this life and win the wonderful paradise in the afterlife. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the final prophet of messenger. He brought us the final message of God and the Quran. No true prophet or messenger will come after Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and no divine message will come after Al-Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Al-Quran, Ma kana Muhammadun aba ahadim rijalikum walakin Rasulallahi wa khataman nabiyina wa kana lahu bikulli shay'in alim. Please like and subscribe and share and follow. Thank you for watching. Bye. Eid Mubarak.